video, we're walking through a 3-story custom home in Austin, Texas, and I don't think you've ever seen views like you'll see in this home. Now, this is a 2023 build. It's over 4,400 square feet. It has 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bathrooms. The listing agent is Jeleser McLennon at eXp Realty, and my name's Raj Sahu. I'm a realtor in Austin, Texas, and I tour new homes on a weekly basis that are open concept, just like this home. I think you're seeing that right when we walk into this living room, which is open to the 2nd story. You'll also see later on in the video incredible views on the 2nd and 3rd floor. And by the end of this video, I'll want to know from you in the comments, do you think this home is worth $2.25 million, which is its current list price? Now we're going to start off in the kitchen, and I love the design selections they chose in here. It starts with that kitchen island wrap they did in a light brown color. They did dark countertops that have some white movement in it, and then notice how the exterior countertops and cabinets are all very light and bright, including the backsplash above the stovetop. And I think that's pulling out the white movement that's in the dark countertops on the island, and this designer vent hood complements everything else that's in this kitchen. Now, I should say, as a realtor, I've represented buyers with 19 different builders, and so I've walked so many new build homes, and I want you to experience these homes like you're walking it with me. And if we were in person, I would tell you to walk around this kitchen, pretend it's yours, and tell me what you see. And this is exactly what you would do. Go to the kitchen island, look up, take a look at that incredible accent wall that goes all the way up to the cathedral-style ceilings in the living room. And that's what I want people to experience in these videos, because this is exactly what I see when I walk these homes in person. When they're open concept like this, with tall ceilings and great design like you're seeing in this home, I think it makes a massive difference in how it makes you feel when walking through this home. Now, we do have 2 pantry areas on either side of the kitchen. So this is one that has some built-in shelves for some storage for food. We have lots of storage with cabinets just in the kitchen. We also have upper cabinets that go all the way up to the ceiling. But on the other side of the kitchen here, we have another area for cabinets. You have another wrap for a 2nd refrigerator on the left side. On the right side, we have a sink that you see there. So lots of storage in this kitchen. We even have a door that leads to the exterior, which would go to your backyard, where we'll see a pool and lots of usable yard space in this backyard. And we'll get to that next after we see the living room. While we're here, I want to show you there is a 2-car garage. There is a little bit of storage space in there, but we also have a very big driveway because we are sitting on a lot that's over 0.3 acres. There's a pretty good room in the front yard as well as the backyard. Now, before we get to the backyard, I want to show you this dining/living room area more in detail. So I think right here would be a good spot for a dining table, and then you're going to notice a floor plug right here, and that would be a good area for a recliner and lots of furniture for your living room, and it all looks out to this. Now, what you want to realize is that same backsplash in the kitchen and a similar cabinet color was used on that accent wall, and I think it's incredible. You can't help but enter that main living area right in from the front door, look right out to this beautiful patio and the pool in the back, and then your eyes go straight up because of all the design options that were in that living room/kitchen. Now, as we head outside, you'll notice there's going to be an outdoor kitchen that we'll get to in a second. Beyond the patio is this pool, and then we even have usable yard space beyond that pool. Now, I should mention that we are in the hills in West Austin, and the specific neighborhood that we're in is called Comanche Trail. And in this area, there is nothing but rolling hills. In fact, driving up here, you drive up this windy road to get up to these homes that are perched up on top of this hill. And so the lots can vary significantly from one lot to the other. The prices also vary quite a bit. So right now, at the time I'm posting this video, there's quite a few homes that are for sale between $1 million and $3 million. There's even a condo for sale under $600,000, but it's just a 1-bedroom condo. So there's lots of varying inventory and price points that are in this area. And we're located just north of Lake Travis. Now, if you don't know anything about Austin, we have the Colorado River that runs through Austin, Texas, and various swellings of that river we call lakes. Lake Travis being one of the largest. Now, Lake Travis is located just south of this home, so it's minutes away, and when you're that close to Lake Travis, you just have so much access to outdoor activities. Boating, hiking, jet skiing, There's so many other activities I could list to you, but I'll just tell you from firsthand experience, when my wife and I have a long work week, we make sure that we get out to these areas to decompress because it's just beautiful and it's the perfect way to do it. So if you need any help finding places, even if you're just visiting Austin, reach out to me. I got plenty of places to check out around this area. Now, getting back into the home, we are in the downstairs primary suite. There's going to be a second suite upstairs that has an in-suite full bathroom, kind of similar to this. The only difference is it has this beautiful second floor balcony that I can't wait for you to see. But stick with me. I think they picked some pretty good upgrades in this home. And I think if you have somebody staying with you that you don't want going up and down the steps, this is the perfect bedroom and in-suite bathroom to put them in. And regardless of whether you need a bedroom for somebody who you don't want going up and down the steps or not, I think it just allows for a lot of privacy. And this is the beauty of having a 3-story home. And this is what I always tell people that are between that 1-story or 2-story home. A 2-story just has built-in privacy. A 3-story plan would just have even more privacy because every floor is its own private area for whoever you have staying with you. Now, I mentioned when we walked in here that this was the downstairs primary suite, but I would correct that. This is definitely not the primary suite. This is more of just like the downstairs suite, and the primary bedroom is going to be on the second floor that has a more robust bathroom. It has 2 different closets. It has its own private balcony, and that's what we're going to get to next. Now, before we actually head upstairs, I want to just quick show you, this is going to be the powder bathroom. I like how they have an accent wall in here, and they just have some different designer touches that make this home feel very custom. Now, as we get upstairs, what I want you to notice are all the windows that are here. So they have windows right on the landing before we turn up to the second floor, and you'll see even better views as we get higher up in this home. What I want to show you next, before we get to the primary bedroom that's on the second floor, is take a look at the landing that's here. We have views that look out right through those transom windows that are in this 2-story living room. We have that great design work above the fireplace that we showed when we were down there. We have windows that look out to the front of the home. And I think in this room, we just have so much design and views coming together. It just makes this place feel so special. Now, if you thought the view from those transom windows was great, wait until you see the view from the second floor primary bedroom. This is absolutely incredible. And I have to tell you, when I first walked up here, I immediately FaceTimed my wife. It's the first thing I had to do because I just had to share this with her because it reminded me of several years ago when we first came to Austin. We drove down this road called Ranch to Market Road 2222. And that road goes through the hills west of Austin, Texas. And we were just so struck by the beauty that's here in this city. And it's exactly how I felt several years later, right now, when I walk through this home, seeing this view just from the second floor balcony. Now, as you can tell, I absolutely love this city, but the love is what started first. Real estate's what started second. So I just kept finding myself telling everybody about Austin. I figured, well, I might as well do this for a living. And here I am showing these types of homes because I think more people need to see the beauty that's here in Austin, Texas. Now, getting back into the home, I love this second floor balcony idea. I think there's so many different options that you can do when you build custom. And I think having a bedroom like this that has 2 closets, one on this side, you'll see one's around the corner, and then a second floor balcony that you can just go out to right when you wake up. That is an unbelievable lifestyle. Now, if you're watching this out of town or out of state, and for a lot of people, they visit Austin, they want to experience things maybe outside of the usual tourist destinations, then I would check out Steiner Ranch Steakhouse. It's a great place to eat. My wife and I have celebrated our anniversary there quite a few times, and we love going there. They usually have live music outside. You can eat outside. It's just a very lively steakhouse that you can go to. That steakhouse is about 3.5 miles from this home. Another place you could check out is Oasis. Oasis has their brewing company there, and they also have a Tex-Mex restaurant that's about 2 miles from this home. So if you're ever in Austin, check out either of those restaurants. They both have views of Lake Travis, and you can catch a beautiful sunset every night from either of those 2 restaurants. Just an FYI, it does get packed at night for that reason, so you want to get there early, but it's well worth it. Getting back into the home, we're in the primary bathroom, and I love the tile that they chose here on the wall. They used a similar color pattern for the tile on the floor in the shower. And you might have not noticed the same tile that's here on the wall that goes all the way up to the ceiling. It's also on the floor of this bathroom. But to break things up, they did a herringbone pattern on the floor. And I think that really works. For some people that are designing their bathrooms, sometimes when you find a tile that just looks fantastic and you want to use it everywhere, but you're afraid of having just one look and making it feel monotone, you can do something like just making a herringbone pattern, which you're seeing on the floor, and it makes all the difference. They also have a freestanding tub, and I love above this freestanding tub, you have this chandelier and this window looking out to greenery. And I thought that was perfect timing where some wind came in and it just ruffled that tree around, which I thought was very calming. And that's definitely calming. Just walking in and out of this room and catching that view that looks out for miles right off the back of this home. Now we do have second floor laundry because we have 3 bedrooms on this floor. So we saw the primary bedroom. We have this utility room where there's room for a washer and dryer on the left side. We see a sink here with some cabinetry, and I love the veins running through that countertop. They ran something similar in the primary bathroom as well. Getting back out to the landing that's at the top of the stairwell, I love how when you exit almost every room in this home, you're met with views somewhere, whether that's off the windows on the back wall or windows of the front wall. There are just views everywhere, and it just makes everything feel so spacious. Now on this side of the second story, we have 2 bedrooms. They both have en-suite full bathrooms. And what I love what they did here is very tall ceilings and windows everywhere. I think you could feel the custom in this home in prior rooms that we saw, but you really feel it here because this is a big difference from what we see between custom home builders and production home builders. And I'm going to cover the differences between both in a second. I did want to tell you, we're going to go through these 2 bedrooms on this floor, but keep in mind on the 3rd floor, there's a game room with that 3rd floor balcony. There's also another bedroom upstairs that has a surprise in it. So stick around for the rest of this walkthrough. There's still a lot to see in this beautiful home. Getting back to custom versus production home builders, the differences are very simple. Custom home builders have so much more in options. Some custom home builders, they do have plans that you can work off of, but you can tear down walls, you can make additions, and you can accommodate to your needs. Some other custom home builders do a lot more with architectural drawings where you can sit down with an architect and design your home from scratch. For example, if you really value tall ceilings and a spare bedroom upstairs, you can do something like this. If you want to have a ton in windows that really capture the view in a spare bedroom like this, you can do something like this. And this is what a custom home builder can do. With a production home builder, they usually have set plans that they offer in a community, like a master plan community, where everything's more organized. You tend to have less in options with that production home builder, meaning they can't just tear down walls. They might be able to make additions to a home, but those are usually structural upgrades, like adding a media room or adding a 5th bedroom and bathroom. But if they don't offer that upgrade, then you just can't do it. So you tend to get less in options, but those tend to be more affordable when you look at the total price. Okay, we're gonna head upstairs, and I can't wait for you to see all the views that are on that 3rd floor. And while we head up there, I did want to mention that I know all these differences between custom home builders, production home builders. I even know some pseudo custom home builders, and that's because of the experience that I've had over the last few years, where I've represented buyers with 19 different builders. And so I've seen the good, I've seen the bad, I've seen how builders treat their clients after they contract with them and start building their home. Sometimes the experience is good, sometimes it's okay or subpar. And so there are so many different experiences that I have that I can share with you, but you just have to reach out to me and we can talk about your criteria and determine what your best options are. Now, I will tell you, if you love views, your best option might be right in front of us, because this blew me away. I've seen so many homes with views. It's what I predominantly walk. I love falling in love with Austin, like I mentioned earlier, and these hills and the waterway. It's just incredible. But I don't think you've ever seen anything like this. So in this game room, we do have a wet bar, as you see there on the left side, cabinets and countertops on the right side as well. And then you have this doorway that leads out to the most breathtaking balcony that I think I've ever been on. Now, this is the part of the video that I have to tell you that I'm shooting this on my cell phone. Incredible. If you think I can get this type of video on my cell phone, what do you think it's going to be like when you're on this balcony and you're getting a 360 view of the hills of West Austin? You can look right down into the pool and you can actually see how big that backyard is. But I love the greenery that's back here. You have the Colorado River in the distance, and you have just nothing but rolling hills and beauty in this area of West Austin. Absolutely amazing. And this is why I love walking custom homes. You never know what you're gonna get, and I just continue to get surprised as I walk through so many of these homes. And speaking of surprises, I mentioned there was going to be another one in the bedroom that we're going to see next on this third floor. And I'll just tell it to you, it's a balcony that looks out to the front of the home. So I'm excited for you to see that next. And while we head over there, I did want to talk about views in your vacation home. So most people don't know that vacation homes are so much more attainable with companies that offer a 1/8 share of owning the home. I'm not talking about timeshares or renting. I'm talking about actual ownership. There's a company called Picasso, and I'll link them in the description of this video. And Picasso offers 1/8 shares of these vacation homes. So if you like vacationing in a certain area of the US or even around the world, they offer these luxury homes, and they're so much more attainable than you would think. I'm looking at Picasso's website right now, and they have shares of homes as low as $330,000. And these are luxury homes in California, in Mexico. I actually just had one emailed to me from Jackson Hole, Wyoming, that has beautiful views of the mountains, and the 1/8 share is $595,000. So support the channel by using the link in the description of this video. I'll post it right next to want a share of a vacation home, and take a look at that website. They have incredible listings that are more attainable than you think. Getting back into the home, this is that balcony that looks out to the front of the home. That's Lake Travis in the distance, and I'm going to give you a better view of that in a second. We're going to take my drone up in the air and show you around this home, and I'll actually show you what I think is the Oasis Brewing Company. It's also a Tex-Mex restaurant, and you should see that in the distance with my drone shot. Again, that's only a couple miles away from this home. Now, if you did want to see this home staged, they have great pictures online, and I'll post a link in the description of this video that goes to those pictures where you can see how this home sits staged. I think they came out really well, really paints the picture of what's possible in this home. And if you love the views that were in this home, but you might have a different budget, you might have different criteria. Again, this home was listed at $2.25 million, but let's say you call me and you tell me my budget's 1.4 or $1 million or even 850,000, and you like a view, you want 2 bedrooms downstairs, you want an open concept modern home, reach out to me. I know options right off the top of my head because I do this on a daily basis, and I'm constantly finding the best opportunities that are in this market. Now, I did want to show you a different look at the view that's in this home. Check this out. So we're going to go right over this home, and as you'll see, we have the Colorado River in the distance beyond some greenery that's in the back of this home. We're going to curl around in a second to show you Lake Travis, and my purpose of doing this is to really show you not just the beauty that's back here with all this greenery and this beautiful river running through this city, but also I want you to understand the lifestyle that's here. You see all those boat docks? Those are people that can go down to a boat dock anytime they want and just experience this lifestyle for themselves. Now, rest assured, if you don't have your own private boat dock, there are plenty of boat docks and plenty of ways to access this waterway. And while we curl around to Lake Travis, I did want to give one more shout out to the listing agent of this home, Jeleser McLennon at eXp Realty. And I did want to hear from everyone else in the comments. What were your thoughts on this home? What did you think of that view? And what did you think about a 3-story home? Actually, just realized I don't think we've toured a 3-story home on here because we don't see that too often here in Texas because we have nothing but land. It's usually a lot of 1- and 2-story homes. But I think for that specific lot, a 3-story home made a lot of sense. Now we're finally curling back to Lake Travis, which was off the front of the home. That piece of land in the middle of the lake is called Sometimes Island, and that's because sometimes you don't see it when the water is high enough. Right now the water is very low. Now, if you did want to see another custom home that does back up to the Colorado River that's over 6,700 square feet, click on the thumbnail that's appeared on your screen. And if you want to see the Oasis Brewery and Tex-Mex restaurant, I'm pretty sure that's the building on the left side in the distance. Hope this helps. Take care, everyone.